All right, everyone, it looks like everybody is in, so nobody's in the waiting room, so we'll get started with our Zoom meeting tonight. Thanks for coming to our IRR version of our Zoom meeting. So we are here in the International Rescue and Relief Building, so you're going to see a little bit more of what's going on in our department. So just a quick reminder, you guys do get a $500 scholarship for hanging with us tonight through our whole program. We'll make sure that that gets added to your account. So you're going to get an opportunity to meet Andrew, who's our program director, and Rebecca, who's going to be talking with you and with Benji. And so they're advisors in our program. So if you guys want to throw any questions you might have in the chat, you're welcome to do so. Otherwise, just keep your microphones muted unless Andrew asks for participation or anything like that. You're welcome to jump in with that. And then we'll have some time at the end. We'll have a few minutes that we can ask some questions too. So, Andrew, without further ado, let's get started.
All right, well, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. I recognize a few of your names here on the Zoom. So it's awesome to talk to you guys again. Hopefully you guys are getting excited about wanting to come check out IRR and hopefully join our program. So first, we're going to share a video with you. It's been kind of floating around our social media. So a couple of you may have seen it, but hopefully it will give us a start and a visual to what our program is. And then we'll get into some more descriptions about what we do. So we'll move into our video.
As the program director for the International Rescue and Relief Department, I often get asked, what do you do? What kind of training do you have? And what can I do with this degree if I end up taking it? IRR is a 4-year bachelor's degree where we focus on humanitarian aid, emergency management, and emergency medicine. We train our young people with a high focus on experiential learning and give them the certifications and training they need to build out resumes. But also our main focus is how do we connect our young people and help them build a vision for how they serve God and community and make the world a better place. We start our program with organizational structure and leadership. We then move into emergency medicine where they get their EMT. Our students also get a 5-week intensive over the summer after their freshman year. It's an epic 5 weeks spent out in the mountains of Colorado where we cover survival, wilderness medicine, technical rope rescue, swiftwater rescue and flood management, and search and rescue. And then once they've completed these basics, they can actually join our disaster response team. In the past, we've gone to the tornadoes in Arkansas, Hurricane Ian in Florida, Hurricane Ida in Louisiana, Harvey in Texas. We've been to the Philippines and Haiti and Malawi, and taking our students and using the skills they've learned during their time with us and actually helping them build their resumes and see what it's like to put these skills to use and serve people on their worst day. And as we build out their skill set, we prepare them for the capstone of the program, where they actually get to spend a semester in Malawi, Africa. They get to work with the United Nations at a refugee camp in Dzaleka. They get to work with remote village clinics and hospitals such as Malamula Adventist Hospital. They get to spend a week in a village with cultural exchange, living with the chief and his people, spending time with young people their age and learning history and politics, language, cooking, dancing, and what life for people their age in another country is like. And through that time, they use the skills they've learned for the first 3.5 years of the program and get to apply it in a real world setting in what the World Bank has defined as the 4th poorest country in the world. We put a high emphasis on the pursuit of excellence and the leadership and servant and followership, and wanting to turn out the best quality graduates that we can. These graduates are able to go out and serve people on their worst day, be able to serve communities affected by disaster, those who are affected by medical emergencies, those who are affected by protracted conflict, or communities that need additional help in their development journey. Our students and graduates are able to actually serve those communities and make the world a better place, drawing from their training here at the International Rescue and Relief Program.
All right, so you have a $500 scholarship on the line. You guys hang out with us for the whole time. We've also got some merch that we want to share with you guys if you stick around at the end. So we'll be drawing names randomly from those of you who are here with us tonight. We have a hoodie. We've got a couple different colors, gray and blue. And then we have some buffs, which are awesome multi-purpose kind of scarf type things. We've got an engraved water bottle. So if you guys stick around to the end, hang out with Rebecca for some questions, then we'll be able to do a drawing and a giveaway for some of those items. So what is it that makes IRR special? Like, why is this degree worth pursuing? What's going on? So our story is that we were started by an ER doc our program was started by an emergency room physician back in 2004. So we just had our 20th year anniversary. The vision was to train individuals to go out into the world and help with the increasing disasters, to build resilience and capacity in other countries, basically building missionaries on steroids. So we were serving in disaster, humanitarian aid, disaster management, medical training, rescue training. Our graduates are doing some amazing things around the world. And so we'll talk about a few of those that we want to highlight later on. Unique opportunities in our program is the first year in the program, our students actually get their principles of emergency management class, where we actually work through FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency's training in disaster management. So the ICS 100, 200, 700, 800, 201, and 42. First semester, we do a bunch of tabletops. We work at the local emergency operations center and actually talk about how to coordinate disasters and actually bring order to chaos. And like, for example, this fall, we're actually coordinating with the airport drill. So they're simulating 2 collided aircraft at the airport. And our students are going to be players in that scenario with Lincoln Fire and Rescue, the hospital systems, the airport authority, Lincoln Police Department, the National Guard, U.S. Marshals, TSA, and a bunch of other agencies are all going to be coordinating together for this drill. And then our skills in the freshman year too, you get your EMT second semester as the main class that semester. And then we move into summer program with survival, wilderness medicine, technical rope rescue, swiftwater rescue and flood management, and search and rescue. That's all within the first year of the program. So it's already chock full of certifications right away. So there's a lot more on top of that. We offer a specialist and technician level for rope rescue. We often offer ice rescue. This year we're offering confined space as well. We offer flood rescue and boat operator courses. Yeah, much more. Ham radio, drone piloting. Yeah, so there's a lot of certs you can get through the program. So here's a couple of highlights from our summer program. You guys can check that out and kind of see what it's like to be out in the Colorado wilderness with us.
My name is Jackie. I'm an international rescue and relief student, and I have an emphasis in public safety paramedic. So what we're doing right now is contact swimming, and we are rescuing a patient out of the water. So it's all about timing. So as the patient is coming to you, you're yelling at them to come and swim towards you. At the right time, you jump to them, you hold on to their vest. We have to swim the patient out and have them assist you swimming, and you just have to fight against the current and try to get to where the water is calmer. It's important to rescue people out of the water because in these cases, people often don't know how to save themselves. So come join IRR so you too can learn to rescue in any situation.
Jackie's an awesome woman. She actually went back to Chicago where she's from, and then actually went on, instead of doing paramedic, she went and got her nursing degree. And now her goal is to get into flight medicine, critical care, that kind of stuff. Doing a lot of cool stuff back in her hometown.
Hi, my name is Lydia Gentry, and I am an international rescue and relief major. My goal for the future is to work with victims of human trafficking. So right now, we are rappelling down the cliffside because we have a patient at the bottom that we need to get to. It's important to be able to reach them because every technical rope rescue, when it involves a patient, is just a medical issue with an access problem. So our goal is to try to reach them as safely as we can. Right now, I am attached to 2 separate lines. This is my main line that I have my rappelling device on, and it's locked off at the moment, so I can be talking to you. And then this is my backup line in case anything were to happen to this line, I would still be safe. So come join IRR so you too can learn to serve in any situation.
So Lydia was a superstar in our program. She actually came through our instructor progression and was working on her agency instructor before she left. She also double majored IRR's social work, and then now has just finished her master's in social work, and she's working with survivors of human trafficking in Kansas City, doing some awesome stuff with rehabilitation efforts and stuff there. So awesome stuff you can do, and pairing our degrees as well with other programs.
Hi, my name is Lydia.
So the capstone of the program, after you get some more initial training, those certifications, join the disaster response team, and then build on that with your FEMA ICS 300 and 400, and then actually get into some of the advanced care for EMS provider classes, like getting your IV administration and supraglottic airways, getting into some more of like the humanitarian aid type classes, like global health, social dimensions of disaster, cultural perspectives and development and project implementation. Then we actually get to take those additional classes and certs and go to another country. So we go to Malawi, Africa, which the World Bank has deemed as the 4th poorest country in the world. And it makes an amazing learning experience for many things: cultural immersion, humanitarian aid development, public health, as well as some of the emergency medicine in those healthcare settings. So yeah, we'll check this one out.
Sikomo pombere.
Hey Hannah, where are we right now?
We are in Chingalita.
Oh, cool. What are we drinking?
We're here for cultural immersion.
Sweet. Yeah. Oh.
People here are so kind. We were lined up to get things out of the bus and they were like, oh, we got this. And we're like, oh, okay. So they're really nice to pick up stuff for us.
Masuela Bunji. That is good afternoon in Chichewa. My name is Aaron Tam. I'm a junior IRR major.
I'm Gracie Leonore. I'm a senior.
I'm Jacob Smith. I'm also a senior. We were in the Malawian village of Chingalire this afternoon. We just had a lunch, beautiful lunch with local food of ensima, some rice and some beans.
Which is kind of like a cornmeal based blend, almost like grits in the South without the grit. And then we had
Very good.
green bean greens, so the leaves of the green beans, and we had rice and kidney beans. So it was a very southern, if you're from the South, big southern lunch.
How is it, Gracie? So good. Hannah, how is it? What about you, Augustine? How's the pineapple? Watermelons. It's fantastic. Later today, we have lessons on Chichewa. The person in charge of Chingalire, Chief Ben. Yeah, awesome guy.
And we're going to learn more about Chichewa, how to speak it, and learn hopefully some of the basics of Chichewa, so that as we're interacting while we're in Malawi over the next 8 weeks, we can do so in their language.
Especially important as well with one of our main missions here with our Malawi expedition, providing medical care. A big part of providing that medical care with the locals is understanding their way of life, and especially understanding their culture and their language, most importantly. So that's something that I think all of us are looking forward to.
So earlier today, we arrived and the chief gave us a cool tour of the village. It's not a very large village, but this village was kind of built around engaging foreigners into learning the Malawi culture and language. So the predominantly agricultural village. So over the next week, we'll be working with some of the local villagers and tending to the fields, preparing food, going about the daily chores and tasks, while also immersing ourselves with several of the local historians on the history of Malawi and its peoples, and what we can expect as we travel around Malawi, working in some of the more remote villages, providing medical care with local actors and doctors.
Grab it.
Go for it.
Good boy.
Honestly, that's like one of my favorite weeks of the Malawi experience, is actually getting to spend time and learn more about other people. One of my favorite quotes out there is, each human is another aspect of the face of God. And there's 8 billion people on the planet, and by by being able to meet more people and see the world from their perspective, we actually learn more about God. And I think that's kind of a cool aspect of traveling to the other side of the world, being able to see life from another perspective. So one of the biggest questions we get is, what can you do with IRR? So we're in the process of building out this map. It's a project that we're doing over the summer. So we've had quite a few of our graduates respond and give us permission to share what they're doing. So we want to share this interactive map. Hopefully this is going to go live here for our use on our website and stuff like that here in the near future. But we're going to be building out this map, and you'll be able to actually click on different graduates and be able to see what they're doing. So Jacob, for example, is actually helping create a brand new ambulance company. He just graduated this year. He's a paramedic, and he's helping. He actually came to us with some experience, and he's actually helping build a brand new ambulance company. We have Caleb Freytag. He's a sheriff up in Idaho, and he's actually on their water rescue team. We have other graduates. Aaron Kent is actually the director of Southwest Rescue and the regional director for Rescue 3 International, which was our certifying agency for rescue certifications. We have graduates all over the world. One of the only ones who's actually responded so far is James Fernando. He's a doctor in Sierra Leone right now. We actually have people in Sarah Sexton and Stacy Davenport are both physicians, or a physician and a midwife in Chad. We have people in Papua New Guinea, in the Philippines, Ukraine. So graduates all over the world and stateside that are using their degree in some pretty awesome ways. So now I need to figure out how to hide this so I can go back. So I have this share bar. Oh, there we go. Full screen. Sweet. So yeah, we've got graduates doing some pretty awesome stuff all over the world. So we have our three main tracks: our pre-medical professional. So those pre-med, pre-dent, pre-PA, IR nursing. So there's more medical tracks, pre-PT. We have our global development track. Those graduates have mostly gone into work emergency management. So for like Nebraska Emergency Management Agency or the Federal Emergency Management Agency, Red Cross, stuff like that. We also have just started a 3+2 track where we have a brand new master's in public health, and you can then do 3 years of IRR on that GCD track. And then your fourth year is actually your first year of your master's degree in public health. And then you graduate with your bachelor's, and then your fifth year is your second year MPH. So that's a pretty sweet track. We also are starting to offer this with our leadership masters, which is another great option. And then we have our public safety, which would be that paramedic, firefighter, law enforcement. So grads who have gone that direction have ended up working for fire, EMS, which is about a third of our graduates have gone this track, working for U.S. Marshals, sheriff's departments. One of our grads, Aaron Tan, actually just got a fellowship with diplomatic security. So he's going to be doing that. So lots of cool options with Stephanie Flugrad. I need to update this. She just moved from Fairbanks, Alaska, where she was the disaster program manager for Red Cross. Now she's working for the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, in Maine. This is me. So my background, I came through IRR, graduated, got my master's in international development administration, and then I went and worked in Ukraine and then Iraq, working with Syrian refugees and Iraqi IDPs, Ukrainian IDPs. And now I'm working on my doctorate in public health with concentration in emergency preparedness. So like I'm heading to Somalia this summer to work with ADRA on a $6.8 million project in water, sanitation, and hygiene. So lots of cool things you can do in that avenue. So international humanitarian aid is my passion. So I've lived overseas for about 18 years and worked overseas for quite a while. And that's my passion, is actually using these kinds of skill sets for global health development, humanitarian aid. So yeah, if you ever have any interest in that, contact me. My wife, she actually was faculty here as well, and then the program director before me, and now she's actually in law school. She's actually also worked with emergency management and preparedness, and she's actually concentrating in law with space law and national security, and then alternative resolution dispute, and wants to work in international treaty arbitration and working with refugees and IDPs and stuff. So that's kind of her passion. Tobias Watson, he's working for He's the exercise planner for FEMA up in Oregon. April Jensen, she's a general surgeon now, also has her MPH, her master's in public health. And she does a lot of international work with I think it's Samaritan's Purse, as well as her practice in Oregon. James Fernando, we talked about him. He's working in Sierra Leone along with his wife, who's a PA. Brittany Nunez, she's a paramedic, and she has a sweet job crunching numbers and developing education for Colorado Springs for between AMR and the fire department. And in real time, being able to tell how interventions are actually helping like patient care. So that's super cool. Ryan Hawkinson, he was on Howard County Howard County Fire and Rescue. And he just moved to Virginia to be with another graduate and actually helped grow that fire department. For Howard County, it's one of the top departments in the country. He was able to get in with 1,300 applicants for 30 positions. And because of his IRR degree, specifically most of his rescue certifications he had through us, he was able to get in and beat out those people. And he was second in his class at the Fire Academy. So why take the program at Union? IRR is unique to Union College. There's no other program like it out there. You can look. We actually have quite a few students who are here because it's the only program that exists like it. We have our international experience, and there's such a close correlation between humanitarian aid and development, emergency management, disaster management, and emergency medicine. And I think we're the only program that meshes those as well as we do. All of our professors have real world experience in the topics they teach. Students gain real world experience before graduating. And classes are hands-on and experiential. We just actually had a study done where there's only about 8% of students who go to college who have any sort of neurodivergent learning style. So it's ADHD, ADD, dyslexia, dysgraphia, whatever it might be. And only about 8% go to college. In IRR, we have over 16% with almost 50% of our students scoring within 2 points of having a diagnosed learning disorder. And we find that our GPAs are the same between our neurodivergent and our neurotypical students. So our students do very well in our program academically with that high emphasis. And what do you need to be successful? Be ready for adventure. Like IRR will challenge you in the best way possible. You'll be pushed to grow academically and personally. We have a lot of soft skills and leadership and personal growth, teaching you how to see the world from a larger perspective, all while you're getting your college degree. So right now, I want to hand it over to Rebecca and Benji. They're going to answer most of our questions. I'm actually going to jump into the next call with our students. And yeah, so make sure if you have any questions, Rebecca and Benji are going to be able to answer those, especially the academic ones. And then we have Carla, who's going to be able to answer a lot of your enrollment and next steps. So yeah, ask away. And we're super excited to have you guys be interested in our program and come join us in the fall. So yeah.
Sweet. Thanks, Andrew. So again, my name's Rebecca. I'm the academic advisor for IRR, sophomore to senior year, and this is Benji. He advises all of our freshmen. So we're here for any questions that you guys might have.
Yeah, so fire away. Good to meet you guys. I recognize some of your names.
Yeah.
So
yeah, Will, go ahead.
I saw on one of the slides that they did that you guys did drone certification. Is that true?
Which one?
Drone certifications.
We do offer it sometimes as an extracurricular. It's not part of our regular programming.
Okay.
Sometimes. Any questions about classes or anything?
yeah, like Rebecca said, if she kind of deals with sophomores and above, if you're a first-time freshman coming in, a lot of times after you give your confirmation deposit, then I work in student success services, and I'll see that you deposited, and you'll get an email from me, and we'll kind of work through your schedule and classes. So if you get an email from Benji, that's me. And yeah, so
yeah.
Trying to think what else. I kind of meet with you throughout the year. Student Success Services is a little separate department, but when you come onto campus, I can tell you all about it. But you know, we provide tutoring if you need extra help with classes. Cool place to study. Oh, Jim's coming back. So
Yeah.
I know you guys have registered. Is someone still thinking about? Are any of you guys thinking about coming to Union or aren't sure yet?
I
mean, I'm
I'd like. Oh,
I'm 100% coming.
Nice.
Yeah, Tyler, I did send you an email, so we should.
Yeah, and I just got that now. I got back to having service again, so I'll be answering that email probably in the next few minutes.
Do you work at Camp Maiven?
Yes, I do. Actually, we're driving up there right now with my brother.
Nice. Nice. I always love going to that camp. So
yeah, that's where we're headed. I work with Alan Stafford. I'm sure you know that name. We work Extreme Camp. So, yep.
Yeah, good guy.
Hey.
That's awesome.
And Eve Ellis also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good people. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Yeah. Where are you from?
I'm from Southern California, so near Loma Linda.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you. So.
Yeah, nice to meet you
Jim
both
is
too.
driving.
I'm excited.
Jim is driving. Are you driving to camp, Jim?
I am not. The camp I'm working at doesn't start for another 2 weeks. It only goes for a week. I'm actually driving home for the weekend to spend the weekend with my dad. Well, my mom's in Washington, so.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Okay.
Well, it's nice to put a face to some of your guys' names because I recognize some of them. So.
Yeah. Very true.
And if you come, if after we get off this Zoom and you guys come up with some more questions, you could feel free to email Rebecca or I. I know a lot of you, some of you have been in communication with me. So I look forward to meeting you when you guys get on campus. So I always love chatting with people.
Likewise.
Yeah. So what time is it? We need to think about the drawing. Should I grab a piece of paper?
Yeah.
We'll write some names on it. Okay.
Yeah, we'll do a drawing here and get those prizes handed out. Does anybody have any other questions while we work on that?
Okay, who do we have? We have Jim. Is there a Trisha on there, or is
do you guys know Jonah?
Jonah Zweifel?
Zweifel? Yep.
I don't know his last name, but I'm working with him here at North Star Camp, and he's telling me all about IRR.
Yeah. Yeah, he just finished summer program. That's awesome.
Yeah, he had a fish.
Yeah, he caught a fish.
He caught a
during his
fish.
survival.
Help him cook it. So I'm gonna write down your names real quick. Whoops.
Yeah, and then we'll do a little drawing.
Okay, so we have Jim,
Will, Tyler,
okay,
Trisha, and then iPhone number 2.
okay. Who is iPhone number 2?
Well, we'll put him in anyways.
Wasn't there was it the first or last name Quinn? Who was that? That was that.
Oh yeah, Joe Quinn. Oh, he's in the lady group. Admit.
Oh. Can you admit? And Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool.
So we're doing this. Found some paper here. Sort of. We'll do this and then we'll let you guys go. If you come up with any other questions, hit us up.
Yeah.
I think top of my head's on the screen. Tell Jonah hi.
Yes, tell him hi.
Yeah, tell him Benji says hi and Rebecca for sure.
Yeah.
So, all right,
I
let's, we're gonna draw a name out of here.
All right.
So what do we have? 3 names?
Yep, we've got the sweatshirt first.
Okay.
Let's pull a name out of there.
Okay. We got Joe Quinn.
All right. Nice. If you want to put your address in the chat, we can mail it to you or you can pick it up when you get here. Either way, just let us know in the chat.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I'll send it for you. So
Sweet.
Cool.
So Joe Quinn for the
You wanna grab one?
sweatshirt. All right. Then the hydro flask. We've got iPhone number 2. Woohoo!
Who's iPhone number 2?
Actually, I think it might be me. This is Dwight Parker. I'm Tyler's dad.
Dwight Parker. All right.
Okay, Dwight Parker, Tyler's dad.
Tyler's dad.
Okay, and I'll pull the last one. We got Jim Hansen, right?
For the buff. Perfect. All right.
Correct, yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I look forward to seeing you guys on campus, and if you're deciding, I don't know, I think just as advising for IRR and incoming freshmen, it's super cool to see the change from students coming in, and it's a tight knit group too. You really get to on campus, like the IRR students really get to know each other. It's a cool program. So
it's a big family.
I don't know. It was a pleasure meeting you guys. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, and if you won something, let us know in the chat if you want to pick it up here or send us your address and then we'll ship it out. Yeah, sweet. Thanks, guys.
Drive safe. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
See you guys.
all right, thank you guys.
Yeah, no
Thank
problem.
you so much.
Mhm.